This one is serious, one that shall never end. So I know that Tinubu closed the Nigerian border with Niger Republic and some other borders because of the issue they had with, military taking over Niger. And with what is happening now, the Northerners have been shouting and telling Tinubu to open up the borders. And apart from that, the Southwest also had been telling Tinubu to open up the borders connecting Nigeria to Benin Republic as well. So with all of these happening, today now, the Tinubu's government has ordered the reopening of these borders. This is a serious one. So with all of the gra-gra that they were doing with Ecowas and Niger Republic, now Niger Republic has stood their ground that they are not reverting back to democratic regime right now. They're going to put things right before they will now plan how to revert back to democratic regime. So with all the threats under Tinubu's watch as Ecowas chairman, they are tired. So on the contrary now, Niger Republic is winning, not Ecowas anymore. This is a shame. So all the closing of space, closing of all this, closing of all of that, thinking they want to sanction Niger Republic, Niger is doing greatly and is probably going to deal with Nigeria in the due course. This is breaking news. Tinubu directs reopening of land-air borders with Niger Republic. So a special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajurin Gelale, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. He said the presidential directive is in compliance with ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government at its extraordinary summit. Okay. Wow, this is serious. So President Bola Tinubu has ordered the reopening of Nigeria's land and air borders with Niger Republic in compliance of the directive by the Economic Community of West African States. The special advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Ajurin Gelale, disclosed this in a statement on Wednesday. This is serious. This is serious. So he said the presidential directive is in compliance with the ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government at its extraordinary summit on February 24, 2024 in Abuja. So according to him, other sanctions imposed on West African countries have also been lifted with immediate effect. So ECOWAS leaders had agreed to lift economic sanctions against the Republic of Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Guinea, the statement reads. Oh boy. So they can't handle those countries. These countries have won. I'm telling you, with what is happening between Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali, and Guinea, all together with Russia and what they call them, okay, all those communist countries, it shows that they are tired. I'm telling you, the guy, especially Burkina Faso and Niger Republic, are very, very tight. And with the forming of a union by the three, that is the Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, it means that they are going to be the strongest bloc in West African region in terms of military might and all other international and local policies. So now, countries like Nigeria, who claim to be giant of Africa, is ashamed. African Union is ashamed. Almost all of them, they can't do anything anymore. These guys are becoming too powerful. They are becoming too powerful. So now, now wow. Because we know that this, they call them, is it BRICS? BRICS, yes. BRICS. These communist countries have formed BRICS, and I'm sure those countries in West Africa, that is the Burkinas, the Niger, and the Malis, I think they are all joining BRICS. And I know that they're also trying to work on Nigeria to join the BRICS and leave the Western world alone. But that has not happened yet. But that rumor is still flying that I joined the BRICS. The BRICS are, what are the names? We'll have the Russia, the is it India? Then we'll have the China, and they'll have the South Korea, and all of them have joined. So with the way it is, I don't know whether Nigeria is going to join, but it's obvious that the support that these, these Niger Republic and Burkina Faso are getting from the communist countries is becoming so powerful that it's becoming a very big threat to the Western world, especially the US and France. Okay, so with the way things are going, and I'm telling you, the West African just lifted all the bans that they put, the Ecowas, all the ban that they put on these countries, but those countries are not ready to lift their own ban against Nigeria and some other countries. These guys are going somewhere, and at a point they're going to be the most powerful in the West African region. So the president had directed that the following sanctions imposed on the Republic of Niger be lifted immediately. Closure of land and air borders between Nigeria and Niger Republic, as well as ECOWAS non-fly zone on all commercial flights to and from Niger Republic. Suspension of all commercial and financial transactions between Nigeria and Niger, as well as freeze of all service transactions, including utility services and electricity to Niger Republic. All of those have been removed. Now, it's now I remember why Nigeria, the thing is biting Nigeria. Because I know that the Niger Republic also closed their airspace against Nigeria. So with that, all the flights going from Nigeria to Europe and to United Kingdom cannot fly over Niger Republic. And that is actually the shortest route and straight route to get to their destination. So because of that, all the airlines flying to Europe and the United Kingdom had to bypass Niger Republic, making the journey longer and making the flight more expensive for customers and travelers. So I'm sure Niger closing their airspace is biting the aviation industry in Nigeria, because all other airlines flying, whether Nigerian Airlines or international airlines flying from Nigeria to Europe and the United Kingdom, are finding it very difficult because of the route they have to pass. They can't fly over Niger. And if they fly, Nigeria has the right to shoot them down. So with the way it is now, the sanction that Niger has put is even biting Nigeria harder than the ones that ECOWAS as a whole put on Niger. Man, these guys are very, very serious people. I pity Nigeria. So part of the sanctions that have been lifted by Tinubu, one is freeze of assets of the Republic of Niger in ECOWAS central banks and freeze of assets of the Republic of Niger state enterprises and parastatals in commercial banks. Suspension of Niger from all financial assistance and transactions with all the financial institutions, particularly EBID and board. Travel bans on government officials and their family members. So the presidential spokesman explained that his principal also approved the lifting of financial and economic sanctions against the Republic of Guinea. Can you imagine? So now that Nigeria has lifted all these bans now, ECOWAS has lifted all the bans now, what is going to happen? So is Niger ready to lift all the ones they have put in place against Nigeria? Or with this one now, will Nigeria have the green light to fly over the Niger airspace? Those are the key things now. Oh boy, this is serious. Let me just take a few comments. Somebody saying, open Cotonou border, what do we gain in Niger? Well, Niger, that is for the northerners, I tell you. So for the southerners, that is the one that we need to check. Somebody say, tell him, he gains Fulani coming in from Niger. Who told you Tinubu working for you? You never see anything. You just started for information. It's another plan to finish Niger. Do you know? There's no plan to finish Niger. Do you know how much France is losing? Better to wake up. Just to allow Buhari pass with his foot, with his loot, not be lie, because I know that Buhari is not able to go to Niger because of that ban. Now with this Buhari will now run to Niger to go and sit down. And somebody said, we gain a lot. Most of the food grains you pasted on to feed you are from Niger Republic. Beans, millet, sorghum, etc. All from Niger, in addition of the ones supplied to you folks from the north. Opening terrorist border instead of economic border. Nigeria is a joke, wallahi. Not be lie. Why not look at the other borders in the south, west, southeast, and the south-south? They will not do that. You can trust this self-seeking president to sell out even his own wife to please Northerners, just to further his own ambitions. Have borders in other parts of the country declared open, why opening borders that are known to be ready access route for terrorists? Anyway, someone who could ignore open threat to his wife's life. Not be lie. When one Islamic jihadist said that Tinubu's wife is an infidel and should be, deleted, they didn't do anything about that. If it's a sultana that made that statement, they will come after him. This is stupid, unthinking, silly. That is very bad. So you mean the Agberos at Upper Wekabi, they are just talking to themselves there. So with what is happening now, it's unfortunate, but they have opened that border. I'm sure they will tell you that they want food to come into Nigeria. But again, terrorists and everything will pass there into Nigeria. Nigeria is a joke, I tell you the truth. So thank you for listening. Let's have your comment on this.